Okay, so there is a woman who was arrested in Thailand, I think, of all places, for blackmailing celibate monks.
Not so celibate, I see.
Not so celibate, which is a whole separate conversation about men who are clergy and them. These aren't Christians, but the idea of celibacy in general, right, for grown men. So,
can they actually handle it?
Scandal about misbehaving monks is rocking Thailand right now. Thai police have arrested a woman who allegedly has sex with Buddhist monks and then blackmailed them to keep it quiet.
That's crazy.
Darkness.
I thought they were going to say they arrested the monks. I was like, wow, they got some crazy rules out in Thailand. But no,
hey, it's Thailand, bro.
Thailand's wild.
Thailand's wild with some of this stuff.
They got the lady boys.
They got the lady boys. They got massive rates of trafficking. It's a dark place, bro. Selling kids into this sort of stuff. So this lady is going around with Buddhist monks and then blackmailing them to keep them quiet, and she was the one arrested for it.
Yeah.
But I'm 95% sure that these guys also take a pledge of celibacy.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Police said investigators found more than 80,000 photos and videos at her home, which they...
Oh!
I'm not going to say that.
What is going on?
I'm not going to say the H word, but, you know.
Oh, no.
She's something.
This is worse than the 1,000 in a day girl.
It really is.
This is awful.
80,000. Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
How do you even... What does that turn out to?
No, we're not doing that because
no,
because I was sick to my stomach when I did the math on 1,000 in a day. So we're not gonna do that. Play the rest of this video.
Say we used to extort just under £9 million from them.
Whoa! She had a whole business.
She had a whole business. She had an operation. These monks had the bank account access.
Jeez.
Live by a strict set of rules and are expected to be celibate, so not have sex. Police said the woman, who they're calling Miss Golf, had sex with at least 9 monks, and she's claiming she had a baby with one of them.
Okay, wait. Where'd you get 80,000 videos from 9 monks?
I think she selfies. I think they were just, they were chilling, doing other stuff.
Heartbreaking.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that this was so prevalent is,
Monks behaving badly is nothing new. There's been other allegations of sex offences and even trafficking. The government is now pushing for harsher penalties, including fines and jail time, for monks who breach their code of conduct.
Oh, alrighty. Like you're gonna position yourself as a daggone safe space, then we're gonna hold you accountable to that.
Here's the deeper question: is we see these sorts of issues. Obviously, these are Buddhist monks, but you've seen these issues with regards to Catholic priests.
Yeah,
you've seen these issues with regards to other folks who are taking a vow of celibacy.
Yeah,
is there too much emphasis on celibacy when most humans, the majority of men specifically, are hardwired for procreation?
Yeah, and I would say in the Christian framework, I don't even know where they get that from.
I don't know. I think that's definitely accretions with regards to church history and tradition.
Yeah, it's just making it hard on yourself.
Yeah, I think you're making it hard on yourself, and I don't think that's something that's generally helpful. And I don't think that's something that is necessary. I think if you're going to go off of the idea of the very first Pope, Peter, 1 Corinthians chapter 9, Paul makes it clear that Peter was married. Peter had a wife. Jesus was at Peter's mother-in-law's house. So he didn't punt his marriage.
Yes.
The wife remained with him post-resurrection, and as the ministry and the church is exploding, she traveled with him.
Maybe he was remained celibate through ministry.
I don't think that that's a thing. So you have the apostles themselves with wives, according to 1 Corinthians chapter 9. And then you have this whatever infatuation with celibacy and clergy in Christian circles, outside of Christian circles. And I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand the... I guess you could take 1 Corinthians 7 where Paul is talking about hey, I wish you would remain as me, celibate, yada, yada, yada. But even that's more of a, hey, because there's persecution, and these things are happening. But yeah, I just don't know how we got to this place, because I think when you put, as Jesus would say, a yoke on people.
Now you're cooking.
Who we know repeatedly people can't handle.
Yeah.
Why not give people options? Hey, I know you want to dedicate your life to serving God. You can do that married or not married.
It is better to be married than to burn with lust.
Because the flip side of this is now you have massive scandals like this.
Yeah, and I think especially celibate roles will attract someone who maybe is going to that role as the solution to their own mental dysfunction. Like you think about the kid diddling, you know, in certain celibate circles. We all know what I'm talking about. It's like I could see, and I mean, and what did the late Pope Francis say? He said seminary attracts a lot of fettuccinis. I mean,
he didn't use that word. He used the stronger word.
He used a stronger word, but it was
F
Italian, and it sounded like that.
It sounded like fettuccine, but it was a different word.
It meant the other one. And so, I think it does attract people that are using that as a cover / a solution to be like, oh man, if I'm gonna be celibate, I might as well just be devoted. And it maybe starts from a good place, but then it also attracts some people that are like, oh, I have this mental dysfunction and I'm attracted to minors. And so I'm going to cover that with celibacy in the church and still have a role where no one's going to ask me. No one's going to ask me, why aren't you married? No one's going to ask me any of this stuff. And maybe that even starts from a place of like, oh, I'm not even going to take part. But then you put a yoke on that person and then they're 20, 25, 30 years in and they're like, the yoke is too heavy. And now I'm gonna be a scandalous person, and I'm gonna ruin lives, and I'm gonna be moved around the United States. And so it's like,
that's good.
It's darkness.
That's definitely darkness. Let me address this real quick.
Yeah.
Elisa said maybe it's the exception, but singles in the church need to be celebrated, not ostracized, because both singleness and marriage are calling. Neither is greater or lesser. It's just a different calling. I think you're totally right, Elisa. I think we could do a much better job of singles in the church. But here is the reality. Most people who are single want to get married.
Exactly.
I think God's going to give us the desires of our heart, generally speaking. And I think this is different than saying, hey, you're single and you got to stay single to be in ministry. I think that this is very different. So yes, I'm totally with you. And I've personally made an effort in my own life to do life with single people, to invite single people to my home, to show them what it's like to be a part of a family. Like, yes and amen to all of that. And I'm not saying that marriage is greater. That's not what I'm saying. Jesus was single. Paul was single. Yep. It's possible that Paul was widowed. We don't know. What I am saying is, especially men, Elisa, maybe you're a woman, you don't understand. I'm telling you.
Let's be real.
Especially
the women understand.
Men have, and again, I'm not trying to demean you or trying to little bro you or little sis you. Men have something called testosterone. Testosterone is the thing that makes men men. Men are driven differently because they have testosterone. Testosterone is what drives often sex drive.
We want to kill and we want to procreate.
Yeah. So men are just the general. I'm speaking generalities. There's always
Super
exceptions
general.
to the rule. There's always women with very high sex drives, and there's always men with low sex drives.
Horn dogs.
That are asexual. There's always the exceptions to the rule. But generally speaking, men are going to be driven by their testosterone because they have 10x. The average man has 10x the testosterone as an above average woman.
Yeah.
Okay. Above average woman's testosterone is about 70. Average men's testosterone is 700.
Come on, somebody.
Biologically, we're just different. And so, yes and amen to everything you're saying. I think you're totally right. I think we definitely can. And I am, and I'm with you. What I'm getting at is that men are just different, and most men are gonna want to procreate. And that is a good thing. That is a good thing.
Yeah.
Right? And no, I don't think most of the apostles were single. No. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, Paul is saying he is the exception to the rule. They were, okay, she said, sorry, we were married. Yes, you're right. They were married. Most of the apostles were married. So yes, Paul is the exception to the rule, not to the rule. We've taken the exception to the rule. We've then made it a yoke on people that we've seen this experiment fail over and over and over again. And I think we might need to reconsider this, how we're doing this. in terms
Wow,
of celibacy.
big shocker. Protestant wants to reform the Catholic Church.
Hey, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. If you liked it, then hit the like button. If you liked it a lot and have a thought to share, leave a comment. If you are listening to this on the podcast app, make sure to leave a review, and you could even leave a comment over there. And if you want to watch another video that is recommended just for you, hit this video over here. Let me know if they nailed it. Also, you can partner with us monthly, which helps us out a lot in our monthly community, get access to early drops and all that kind of good stuff over here. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.